Mr. Gaines, I'd like to bring up something to you. Have you ever considered soy meat burgers? No, no, no. So I seen one of them. What did he say? She had 5 vegetarian.
Oh, but wait, before that, he said the unburger, bro, because he called, talking about vegetarians, that dude, Mr. Gaines, called the vegetarians lettuce eaters, bro.
Oh, lettuce eaters? Yes, he said lettuce eaters. Yeah. I seen one of them on TV. Had 5 hairs in his beard and playing the tambourine. And I was like, damn, that kind of made
better known as Shaggy from Scooby-Doo.
Bruh, I was kind of like,
Shaggy had about 5 hairs on his chin.
But that is the perfect wording. I mean, I ain't gonna lie. That's the perfect wording for a vegetarian in 1989.
Yeah, if you wanna pick the stereotype of a vegetarian, yes. 5 hairs on the chin, playing a piccolo or whatever.
Yes,
whatever they're playing.
To a then Yvette Denise Lee, Strange. Yeah. Because I was like, that was the perfect thing to hear him say. Like, oh my God. He said, vegetarian, I seen them lettuce eaters. Got 5
hairs. Them lettuce eaters and 5 hairs on the chin, bro. Playing a tambourine, bro.
Playing a tambourine. Yep. I was like, that image. I was like, yup.
That follows every stereotype ever, bro. Of a vegetarian.
But then he says the thing, and she tells him that you can get the soy meat, and you can charge half price. It's half the price. But my thing is, he sits there and says, you know what? Seconds later, he's like, when you order that soy meat, make up an unburger sign. But here's the question, Mr. Gaines. You advertising the unburger. Do people want to buy the unburger? It's like, people gonna be like, what?
I need because meat. It's gonna be cheaper.
No. Because she said you could charge the same price. It's half the price.
Oh, that's right. You did say that. You're right.
Maybe you could lie and say it's me or whatever.
Yeah.
But I guess you don't want to be dishonest, I guess. But again, he suddenly agrees to it.
Let me just repeat. Let me just say this though. I can tell you that in 1989, the unburger will probably not go well, will not win over any fans at a HBCU. I'm just saying.
No, it's not. At Howard now, 1989, hell no. But he agrees, and then we push in on Kim, and we hear the dramatic music. Act break. We can tell that there's some concern with Kim about this. Kim is kind of concerned with this.
Kim is kind of jealous.
Maybe
she thought that she was, she was the kind of the
queen.
The person who,
she queen. Was the queen bee.
Yeah.
Thought she was the queen.
Yeah.
We go to the ROTC classroom. Class is in progress, and a young, hairless Ron Johnson sneaks into the back seat. Cadet Johnson, sit down. Karen Taylor is holding class. He's talking. He said, Cadet Johnson, take your hat off. Sir, I cannot take my hat off. He takes off one hat.
Stupid, bro.
I'm not going to lie. I was very shocked to see the second. I'm like, wait, you got to be kidding me. Like, I didn't think they'd have a second one.
He had the tape on his head, bro. That was ridiculous, bro.
And then he said, sir, what happened to you, Johnson? I had a blood transfusion yesterday.
I was trying to save a cat from a tree, and I fell, and bro, he was like, and I hit my head. It was like John Lovitz from Saturday Night Live.
It was.
Yeah, that's the ticket. Yeah, that's the ticket.
Yeah. And you mean to tell me you had a blood transfusion yesterday and you're here in class? And everybody who's laughing at him. And we have 30 more minutes of PT just because of that. And everybody's like, look at you.
That's on them though. They didn't need to laugh at the man. They knew. They knew.
They knew about
it.
They did.
That's on it.
But Colonel Taylor says, everybody out to the field for PT. And he run out, he said, Johnson, You stay behind. He, and
when he
he
left
pulls
him,
that
bro,
thing off, bruh, and he turned into preach. He was like,
he was like,
ooh, wee. He just was like, ooh. It's like, that Johnson, from now until your hair grows back,
I
you
will
keep
go
your-
with your cat story. I will accept your cat story.
It was just the way Colonel Taylor was like so straight laced. He took the hat off. It's like, oh, wee. Thank you, sir. Thank you. And he says, go on out. And Ron leaves. And then, man, Colonel Taylor gets the biggest ass laugh out of that,
Yeah.
bro. He's like, man. He was like a coach at that moment. Like, boy, he was stupid. That's a stupid boy right there. That's what he said. Boy, that was stupid.
And you know, I just saw that episode the other day where Walter said, "Does your mama love you?" He told that to Ryan, bro. That was just on TV the other
Your
day.
mama love you. Damn, it's so stupid. We go to Kim and Wizard Room, and Whitley enters, and she's so happy that the Unburger has surpassed the tuna melt. You know, I gotta say this. Digression. I've never had a tuna melt. I'm so interested in having one day. I don't understand. What is a tuna? What have you ever had
I've
tuna
never
melt?
had it either. I always, you know, it's funny. Every once in a while, I'm such a calorie counter. Is that every once in a while I will, like, if somebody was going to like Panera, I will see a tuna melt, and every time I look at it, I never like the calories that they giving me for a tuna melt. I'm like, it's just, I always say to myself, it's just not worth it for tuna.
You know what?
If you're gonna hit on a lot of calories, just I need something more than a tuna melt.
Every time I see a tuna melt on the menu, I'll be like, you know what? I'm gonna have a tuna melt, and then I'll just be like,
that is what I don't do. Like if I go to a restaurant, no, yeah. If I see a tuna melt, I'm like, nah. I just see it. Oh look, there's a tuna melt.
no, I actually think.
And
I'm
right
not
under
saying,
it.
But the thing is, it's obvious that I haven't had. I don't have it because I've never had one yet.
But you know what? I'm not big on. I mean, lunch is cool for me, but dinner is my big thing, and more than likely, I'm not eating a tuna melt at dinner, so that's probably why.
Dinner is a win. Well, I'm talking about any time and during the middle of the day. Either way, when I just see them on the menu, it's like, tuna melt, and then I find something else. But she comes in and she's talking about how she's done so much, you know, and Mr. Gaines says I'm his number one worker and all this or whatever. And now we're beginning to see, it's weird. Like, this was a Whitley story, but then it's turning into a Kim story. You know what I mean? And, you know,
A Kim I'm hating story. Hate. What? What's wrong?
doing this. I hate this. Hate.
Kim was hating, bro. Kim was
But it
hating,
was
bro.
like, she said, what was
You're
it?
jealous.
She said, no, but there was something the way she answered the question. It's like, I bet if I did, I bet you could. It's like, it's kind of like, but Whitley wasn't seeing it.
Nah, she wasn't. She definitely did not get the hint.
But now we kind of get a gather on how Whitley's feeling, how Kim is feeling at this moment. We go to McClurkin Hall lobby. Ron enters with his hat off, proudly in a suit that makes him look like an extra from Guys and Dolls. And Ron starts to speak, dude, with the white tie, like, yeah, 23's could do. What are you gonna do? Hey, babe, who are you? You're in a Mickey Rooney movie? You in I don't know, a James Cagney? Nah, see? This is how it's gonna be. This is how it's gonna be. Nah.
All the ladies loving him now, bro.
All the ladies love me. Yeah, I'm Ron. I'm Ron the Fuzzy. He says Ron speaks of various women who like him. Grovetta Washington calls him her fuzzy wuzzy bear. I'm not gonna lie. If you told me some woman's name is Grovetta Washington and it was a blind date, I don't know. I'd be like, Grovetta? Because I can't help.
It's like, what's her name?
Grovetta. Nah, she
Can
might
you have her call me so I can at least hear the voice?
This is Grovetta. That's what I think. I got the feeling like, why is your voice so deep, Grovetta? Calls him a fuzzy wuzzy bear. Dwayne is presently looking for his eyeglasses and he can't find them. So Ron suddenly gets into reverse psychology and tries to come at Dwayne like, well, what's wrong? It's like, you're going to let your flip glasses define. Let's say, why don't you wear your horn rim glasses? Because I don't want to wear those. What are you talking?
He put them on. He was like, he put those glasses on. He did look kind of ridiculous.
I mean, I think the tape really made it bad. The white piece of tape, like, Jesus
That's always,
Christ.
yeah. Yeah.
But Dwayne's Ron's trying this reverse psychology. Say, you can't let them define you, this, that, and the other. It's not a matter of me letting them define them. I just want to find my glasses. And then he sits down in the chair and we hear crunch.
Oh, I think you found them. That's what Ron said. He said, oh, I think you found them.
Ooh, boy.
Ron was so happy.
He was, bro. He really was. He was happy as hell about that.
He kind of deserved that too. After how he was
after the wig thing, I get it.
Nice little payback.
After the wig thing, I get it. The wig thing kind of was just kind of like digging at him. We go back to the pit. Whit is working on us.
The wig thing wasn't that bad. That's how your boy's supposed to do.
No, come on, bro. The wig was extra, bro. That was extra. The other stuff early, like the cracks when it initially happened, but the wigs, bro. Come on, that was extra, dog. That was an extra effort.
If you run across a wig, you'd be like,
dude, in the moment, like if your boy come in the door, like when you came, like digression, when you came back in the door with the bald head, and if somebody says, whoa, 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 and somebody said,
I know.
Rock.
I mean, I knew it was coming though. I knew it was coming.
But I'm just saying, when it's first done, right? When it's kind of in the moment, right? In the moment.
Oh yeah. I mean, I ain't that serious.
But I just thought it was like, come on, that hair thing, bro. Like you search. He just really came to clown him. Dwayne wasn't trying to help. He just came to clown him.
Yeah. Definitely.
Like I said, we go to the pit. Willie is working on a suggestion box. We learn that Mr. Gaines has asked her to stay on even after she's done. I don't believe that. I mean, it's good. No.
It's possible, but guess what Whitley's not doing? Staying on.
$5 an hour. Whitley needed to do at least 50 hours of work. So basically a week. You know what I mean? 50 hours, $5 an hour. Because that was good money back then. That was good money, $5 an hour.
Oh yeah.
Kim basically finally expresses like, they're going back and forth, and Whitley is finally saying, I'm missing something. Are you mad at me? And then Kim is like, well, I'm not mad at you. But yes,
at least Kim was mad. At least she was mad because she didn't share her ideas.
Yeah, she's mad. She said, I'm mad at you, but I'm really more mad at me. And she's honest with her, you know what I mean? And she's like, I never really pushed. Like, you pushed things that I wouldn't do. She did, it's like, I don't know. You are pedicures. I'm go home after work and stuff like that. I wouldn't have done it, you know? And I get it. Some people are just kind of like, you know, stay in my lane. And some people like Whitley, you know, and it just, she was honest about it. It just, as much as the storyline started with Whitley, it turned into a Kim story. You know what I mean? And you just, it felt more like a Whitley story, but it came a Kim story. Yeah, it worked out. I liked it. I enjoyed it. I enjoyed it. The blacklog is sponsored by Faded Black Funeral Homes. Death is a part of life, so put life into your loved one's death at Fade to Black Funeral Homes with t-shirt printers, tattoo artists on site to commemorate your loved ones. Fade to Black.